Welcome student to your online classes. Today I am going to explain some lines from Fellow Traveler from your second lesson in prose. Now I am going to para number 2. There is a pleasant sense of freedom about being alone in a carriage that is jolting noisily through the night. It is liberty and unrestrained in a very agreeable form. You can do anything you like. You can talk to yourself as loud as you please, and no one will hear you. You can have that argument out with Jones and roll him triumphantly in the dust without fear of counter stroke. You can lie at full length on the cushions and enjoy the luxury of breaking the regulation and possibly the heart of Dora herself. Only Dora will not know that her heart is broken. You have escaped from even Dora. Then we are going to explain for explanation. This line is taken from the lesson A Fellow Traveler, written by A.G. Gardner. The author describes about his journey by train from to Midland town. In this passage, the author tells us that he wants to enjoy the carriage because he is alone. He can do anything he likes. He can sing or dance, or two-step, or do practice a golf stroke, or play marbles on the floor without let or hindrance. He is free from to open or close the window. He can lie at full length on the cushion. He can enjoy the luxury of breaking the regulations. He can save himself from DORA, means Defense of Realm Act. Student, DORA means क्या होता है? DORA means Defense of Realm Act. हिंदी में इसको कहते हैं राज्य सुरक्षा अधिनियम, जो ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट ने फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड वॉर के समय स्टार्ट किए थे 1914 से लेके 1918 तक। इसमें ब्रिटिश सरकार ने ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट को बड़ी शक्तियाँ प्रदान किया गया था। इस एक्ट को अगर उस समय कोई तोड़ते तो उसके अगेंस्ट में बहुत बड़ी पनिशमेंट होती थी, लेकिन इस समय ऑथर अगर DORA को भी तोड़े तो उसके अगेंस्ट में कोई भी कुछ बोलने वाले नहीं। देन I am going to list para number 5. It was all in vain. He played with me openly and ostensibly like a skillful matador finishing round an infuriated bull. It was obvious that he was enjoying himself, that it was for this that he had disturbed my repose. He wanted a little sport, and what sport like being? Then magnanimity and mercy were the noblest attributes of man. In the exercise of these high qualities, I could recover my prestige. At present was a ridiculous figure. I withdraw sentence of death, I said, returning to my seat. I cannot kill you, but I can reprieve you. I'll do it. Explain the lines. This passage have been taken from the lesson A Fellow Traveler, written by A.G. Gardner. Context: the author describes how he was disturbed and troubled by a mosquito while he was making his journey by train from London to Midland Town. Explanation: the author says that a mosquito, his fellow traveler, disturbed him again and again. It sat upon his neck and he made it fly away with a sudden soft blow. It took a short round, came back and sat on the back of the author's hand in a disrespectful manner. He took it very ill and annoyed. He grew very angry and told that the generosity could be so to a certain limit. He would not be able to tolerate such actions of stupidity any longer, because a person could show his large heartedness only to limited extent and not more than that. Student, we come across one word, that is magnanimity. Magnanimity. Magnanimity means generosity, udarta. Today I have finished this lesson. Tomorrow we will go through the next lesson. Thank you, student, and goodbye.